Yes people, what's going on, welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel. Road to 10k, like I keep saying, love for 8k people. You know what I mean? I love for all the feedback on the recent videos, recent content I've been pushing out, man. You know what I mean? But today people, different surroundings, man. We're in Santorini, beautiful country, man. You know, if you're considering going Greece, bro, this is a place that I would highly recommend, I can't lie. The weather's so nice, man. The weather's nice, the people are nice. It's not like the UK heat, bro. You can actually feel some wind, you can feel air. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I'm stuck in a fucking can, bruv. Yeah, because it's the humidity and the stickiness, bro. It's nice over here. You know what I'm saying, people? So there ain't gonna be no Blue Diaries tomorrow. I'll be back in the UK as of Wednesday, so we're gonna go live on Thursday. But yeah, I thought either way we're gonna push out some content. Obviously we've got the Joao Felix, here we go, to Al Nassr. Al Nassr have actually hijacked Benfica because he was meant to be going there, and he got the call. He got the call from Ronaldo, and Ronaldo said, bro, you ain't going to no Portugal right now. You're gonna come buck me, and we're gonna play together, right? So Fabrizio's put it out that the player's authorised to fly for medical and join Al Nassr. Initial transfer fee worth 30 million euros plus add-ons and heavy sell-on clause to meet Chelsea's 50 million valuation in the future, right? So from the sounds of things, it sounds like we're basically making our money back plus more, yeah? And it's disappointing what's happened with Felix, yeah? Not just his time at Chelsea, because this guy was a wonder kid. I remember when he was at Benfica, every single time I'd be on the timeline every week, I'll be seeing compilations of him, I'll be seeing him scoring, I'll be seeing so many clubs linked to him, where's he gonna go? And for me, it all started from going to fucking Atletico Madrid, right? I'm not putting all blame on Simeone, all blame on Atletico, because at the end of the day, you got to take accountability if you're Joao Felix as well, right? But the type of player that he is, I don't know why he went to go play for Simeone. That's where the first mistake started. Then after that, it's just been, you know, numerous mistakes and numerous flops, and it just hasn't worked out for this guy, right? But in terms of Felix as a player, he's not someone that I kind of fight for anymore, right? Because as good as he is, as talented as he is, he's got all the ability in the world, his end product is something which has stagnated. It hasn't developed, right? He's very inconsistent in front of goal, very inconsistent in terms of his creativity, right? His end product ain't great. And even though he can offer, you know, a different sort of dynamic off the bench, because we had him obviously last season. Let's talk about when he first came, because when he first came, listen, he was a light in the team, because that team was finished, bro. Mason Mount, guys like Gallagher and that in that team. We actually had a player that was willing to get the ball and run through players through that midfield, have a little bit of flair, bring a little bit of X factor, because we were missing that. Obviously now where we've got Palmer, you've got Enzo Fernandez, you've got players like Esteval, you know, João Pedro. Felix isn't needed as much because you want to get X factors from elsewhere, right? But before, we were starving. Let's just get it right. We were starving, bro. So when Joao Felix was here, it was like, bro, we need to bring better players around him, you know? He comes back to the club. Obviously, the deal with Omarodian fell through. And in hindsight, Omarodian would have been a better signing. If we had got Omarodian, as much as I didn't want him, we would not have been fucking scrambling for top four. Because for me, Maresca would have trusted Omarodian a lot more than Mark Gil. Gil was there, he should have been played. But if Omarodian was there, I reckon he would have dropped Jackson and actually played this guy, right? Because obviously he's got more experience at a higher level. You know what I'm saying, right? But Joao Felix obviously comes to the club. It was what it was. I thought, you know what? If he's playing around better players, he'll be better, you know? And for me, I feel like he didn't really get many opportunities. I know a lot of people don't like this guy, and there's a lot of Felix stands that still feel like this guy's got another level to get to. I'm not one of them, right? For me, what I was saying last season was, play this guy, yeah? He's there right now, make use of him. If you don't like him, sell him in the summer, no problem. I've got no problem with you selling him in the summer, because we could definitely get better. We can actually get someone like a Xavi Simons who has the quality on the ball but has the end product in terms of creativity as well as scoring goals. But whilst he's there, make use of him. Maresca failed to do that. There was many games where Cole Palmer was stinking out the place. As much as I love Palmer and as much as he's picked up form recently, there were so many games where he could have come off the pitch, and you bring Joao Felix on to bring something different, because he's actually a ball carrier. He's gonna create chaos, right? As much as his end product ain't great, he's gonna bring something different onto the pitch. If you guys remember the game against Bournemouth, the one that we drew when Reece scored the free kick, it was him that won the free kick off the bench, right? I remember when he played against Leicester, he started against Leicester, people always going about Joao Felix don't work off the ball and all of these things. I was at that game and this guy was running from one side of the pitch to the other side of the pitch. You know what I mean? He works hard off the ball. But I just feel like him and Maresca, I don't know, maybe in training he didn't really see enough from him, or they just didn't really get on, because Maresca was adamant, right? He was adamant to use this guy. The only time that we really saw him was in, you know, like the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup and what else, in the Conference League. We barely saw him, and that's the reason why he decided to leave in January, because he was not happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? But end of the day, with Felix, I'm not gonna lose sleep that he's left, you know, leaving the club, because like I said, I feel like obviously Xavi Simons isn't confirmed yet, but it's looking like it's going to be done. I feel like we're getting an upgrade over Xavi Simons, because once again he adds more GNA into this team. He's someone that I trust in front of goal to be able to create for the attackers, not to be, you know, overly erratic. And that's the problem that I've had with Felix. I've spoken about this before. He always tries to make everything perfect. When it comes to the finishing, bro, everything always has to be slick for you. It's like he does it for YouTube or for Instagram. Sometimes, bro, just shoot, and however it goes in is however it goes in. Yeah. I remember there was a game we played against Southampton. Palmer gave him the ball over the top, right, into the box. All he had to do was head it into the space on the near side, right? He decides to go far post, and the ball just goes off. And I'm like, why are you trying to perfect that header there? That's an easy header. And it's a goal, right? And that's the problem that I've got with Felix. He's a flashy guy, but there's, you know, it's what's the word? It's a lot of foreplay, but there's nothing at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing at the end of it. Man leaves with nothing at the end of it, bro. It's peak. You know what I mean? So he's gone to Al Nassr for the next 2 years. I don't know what's going to happen to him after that. Maybe he'll just decide to stay in Saudi now, because he's still going to be earning his millions and whatnot. But it's a shame. It's a shame, man, because, again, this is a talented player, but it just hasn't worked out for him. He's gone to Barcelona. He's come to Chelsea twice. Atletico Madrid. You know what I mean? Al Nassr now. He's a tart. End of the day, he gets about, bruv. He's a tart. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, you know, him and Ronaldo, they help him over there. Maybe he'll come back to Europe when he's 27. Maybe he'll go back to Benfica, because I feel like he will still go back to Benfica at some point. You know what I'm saying? But right now, he probably feels like he's got a little bit more to offer. And obviously, Saudi is going to be getting the big bag over there, innit? You know what I'm saying? But Joao Felix, listen, it is where it is. Let's just hope that we get the here we go for Xavi Simons very soon, man, because that's a player that I like a lot. You know what I mean? If we do get the here we go, I'll make a separate video whilst I'm out here. Hopefully we get it whilst I'm out here. Speaking about what I think of him as a player, because I rate him. Yeah, and he's another wonder kid as well. He's another player that, again, when he was playing fucking 12 years old, 11 years old, even when he was like under 10s, I used to see a lot of videos of this guy, and I was like, yo, who's this little kid with the afro, bro? You know what I'm saying? And he's actually been able to make it. There's a lot of wonder kids that don't make it this far, but he's actually a wonder kid that's been able to make it. 22 with a lot of experience, bro. Champions League experience, you know what I mean? I think last season he got over 10 GA as well. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be someone that will come into the team and help us add more numbers into the team. Because like Maresca said, he wants everyone contributing. He doesn't want just one person scoring. He wants everyone contributing. And that's exactly what we need. And that's something that unfortunately Felix doesn't really guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, people, let me know what you think about my thoughts. Yeah, let me know what you think about Joao Felix leaving. Are you angry about it? Do you really care about it? Because for me personally, like I said, I'm not going to lose any sleep. But in a bit, man. Bless.